Yeehaw, Cowboys. Welcome back to another video. Today's topic is All-Star selections for the NBA. So we're going to start with the Western Conference forwards. My first forward, I got the Joker. Jokic has been averaging a triple-double, 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists, or 10 assists. It's 9.9, but rounded up it's 10. So he's averaging a triple-double on really great efficiency. He's one of the most efficient, in my personal opinion, one of the best offensive centers of all time. And then forward number 2, I have Lauri Markkanen. I have Lauri Markkanen as a starter just because of the All-Star games in Utah. He's averaging 24, 8, and 2, which are really good stats, but I don't think he's necessarily a starter. Well, he actually is talented enough to be a starter, but I have him as a starter mainly off the fact that the All-Star games in Utah. Next, my third forward, final starting forward, LeBron, who is averaging 30, 8, and 7 at 38 years old. That's crazy. Bro's actually averaging 30 points at 38 years old. He's on the next level. And my 2 guards for the starting lineup, I have Luka. That's pretty self-explanatory. He's averaging 33 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. And he also dropped the best regular season performance ever, and best game performance in general, including playoffs and regular season. I talked about a lot of this stuff during the MVP video that I made. Next, final starting guard, I have SGA, who's averaging 30, 4, and 5. Shea has looked really good this season. He's taken a big step up in terms of stats. He's been really efficient too. 51% from the field and 36% from 3. And I have honorable mentions for the West too, starting with Steph. Chef Curry has been averaging 30, 6, and 6, with 42% from 3 and 48% from the field. He could have been a starter, but he got injured, so I just have him as an honorable mention. Next, I have Ja, who's averaging 27, 5, and 8. Ja has, I think this is about the same from last season, but I feel like he's taken a step up. He's got his team around him. I have a lot of hope for the Grizzlies. Next, who I talked about during my MVP video, De'Aaron Fox. You guys, I said during the MVP video, you should be voting for De'Aaron Fox, not Austin Reeves. De'Aaron Fox is averaging 24, 4, and 6. It would be kind of funny to see Austin Reeves in the All-Star game, but he doesn't deserve it. My man De'Aaron Fox is leading the Kings to a 3rd seed. Give that All-Star to him. Next, I have Anthony Davis, who's averaging 27, 12, and 3, who just made his return, I believe, yesterday. He could have been a starter, but injuries have been holding him back, as injuries have been holding AD back for his entire career. Unfortunate to see, but he was averaging unreal stats before the injury, and he's back, so I have him as an honorable mention. Next, I have Dame, who's averaging 34 and 7. I feel when it comes to All-Star selections this year, Dame has not been talked about enough. He's averaging 30, which is not crazy for this NBA season, but he definitely deserves an honorable mention. He's also shooting 37% from 3, so he definitely deserves an honorable mention, and people have not been talking about him enough. This season, we might actually have Austin Reeves start above Damian Lillard, which is insane. And for my final honorable mention of the Western Conference, I have Jordan Clarkson, who's averaging 21, 4 and 4, 35% from 3. Jordan has, I kind of have him as an honorable mention, mainly just because he plays for Utah. But I've watched some Jazz games or highlights, and he's looked insane. He's hitting crazy contested shots with a crazy layup package. He's just playing crazy good, and plus the All-Star games in Utah, so I thought I could put him as an honorable mention.